Hey guys, for a while now I've been thinking of doing different commentary on different shows that some that I watch, some that I've seen previews of, and some that I've had commentary videos online put up that I disagree with some parts and agree with other parts. And I kept on seeing different videos on, the new Terminator that came out, Terminator Dark Fate. And so I want to give my take. And the first thing that I want to say is to the producers, to the creators, to those who decided to make this movie, is, are you friggin' nuts? I mean, somebody needs to be seriously institutionalized, like Sarah Connor was in the second movie, put into a mental institute for how friggin' insane they are, okay? Now I know that Terminator's a time traveling movie, like that's a big part of the concept. You go back in time, you can change different elements of the story, and so that's a big thing about it, okay, so that's the basic concept. Machine and man go back in time. In the first movie, man is good, machine is bad. In the second movie, it's two machines that go back. One, the older tech machine is good, new tech machine bad. Got it. Okay, good. We're clear, crystal clear on that, okay? But when you really dive into the mythos of Terminator, John Connor is a pivotal character. You cannot have a Terminator movie without John Connor. Now, some people are going to be like, well, he wasn't in the first movie, and you're absolutely right. John Connor was not in the first movie. So John Connor physically does not need to be in a Terminator movie in order for the movie to succeed. However, the premise of the first movie, John Connor is this savior of humanity. He is the one that we need to save. And in order to save him, we need to stop this machine from killing his mother. And at the end of the movie, we find out, wow, mind blown. The guy who was sent back in time, he ends up being the father of John Connor. Okay, great twist. Great, well-known story arc by now. Everybody knows this. And I'm a huge fan of the whole series, of everyone that I've seen so far. And I should preface this with, I'm a very forgiving moviegoer. I have a tendency to go into a movie and kind of wash everything that's happened before and just watch it for what it is. It's either an enjoyable experience, which I can get into, or it's not. If it's not, okay, I don't like the movie, I don't watch it again. If it is, if I see it on TV, if I see it in the video store, I may rent it again and be like, hey, let's watch this, family. This is a great movie to watch. And so, I've liked, all, 4 Terminator movies that I've seen. Terminator 1, T2, Terminator 3, and Salvation. So a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, he can't judge Terminator if he likes the last two. And so be it. If you don't think that, I can judge Terminator movie because I'm one of the most forgiving movie critics that you'll ever listen to. And that's fine. Go ahead and listen to one of the guys who just rips on every Terminator movie after T2, and you'll agree with what they have to say. But anyways, back to what I have to say. The producers of Terminator Dark Fate should literally have a mental examination done on them, an assessment done on them. They need to go to a professional. They need to see if they still know how to tell a story and the basic mechanics of a story. If you are telling the same story and you eliminate the main character of that story, then that story is no longer the same story. There are many ways that they could have done this latest movie, and they could have done a good job. They could have kept pretty much the same exact storyline, but done honor to John Connor. You know, one thing, let's say he's still the Resistance leader in the future, and this new main character that they try to put up in John Connor's spot, let's say that instead of being the Resistance leader, she's what creates, Danny, the enhanced humans capability, which gives the human race a fighting chance against these Terminators. She's the scientist, a really smart scientist, and she's able to figure out how to make humans be able to stand toe-to-toe with Terminators. That right there would have been a great way to go with this story. Would have given her, given the Legion, which is the new Skynet, a reason to want to eliminate her in the past. It would have given the new good guy a reason to try to defend her, and the, Rev 9 a reason to try to kill her. Another way is, maybe John Connor decided, step out of everything and just become a hermit, not to be seen again. And maybe he kind of overwatches this new character become the leader, or maybe he even props her up and, behind the scenes kind of helps her out. Okay, fine. Because he's been in it for years now, and he thought, they'd saved the future. Maybe because they pushed back this new war, he was too old when it actually finally comes to fruition. There's any number of ways that they could have honored John Connor and kept pretty much the same basic storyline. And it's just frustrating to me, as a fan of the series, to hear that you've killed off the main character. Knowing that you've killed off John Connor makes me not want to watch it. So, how about this? How about, the movie studio who put out Dark Fate, go out, do a couple reshoots. I know it's really late, you guys have already put it out, but you guys could still do a few reshoots. Drop another 20 million into it. I mean, that's just a drop in the hat to you guys. Make John Connor's role, something that is actually pertinent to the actual movie. Don't kill him off. Have him be, like I said, have him be the leader, but have this new main character that the Legion is trying to kill be the individual who's responsible for making it so humans have a fighting chance against the machines. Do that. That right there, I would go and watch. Anyways, that's the end of my little rant about this movie. And yeah, I'll probably see it when it comes to Netflix or DVD. But until then, I'm just not willing to go and spend my cash, my hard-earned cash, to watch your movie that you've absolutely, completely insulted any fan who's ever been a fan of this franchise by killing off the main character. The guy who you told us is the savior of the human race. And now you just killed him. I mean, that's a smack in the face to us. Well, anyways, that's my thoughts. Have a good day.